All right, everybody, good morning. Black Ops 7 has been announced, and I don't think I could be less interested. So Black Ops 7 was revealed at this year's Xbox Gaming Showcase, and while I am genuinely thrilled to my core that Warzone will no longer be a thing, I really just have no interest at all in Call of Duty as a title, probably for the first time in a while. We'll break that down a little later in the video because it's a necessary evil as a part of this content creation business goes, but I just genuinely could not care less. Now, everyone has seen the trailer by now. It's made its way around. It was a highly cinematic, super crisp, visual fidelity based trailer that had, artificial intelligence and robotics, and it had like this weird, quasi psychological undertone to it. I guess you didn't really know what it was at first. I'm sure a lot of people weren't expecting it to be a Call of Duty trailer, but that's what it inevitably ended up being. Once the trailer wrapped, you landed on the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 splash screen. Now, some rumors of what may return to this game are obviously zombies. I don't think that's really a rumor. Every Black Ops title, damn near every Call of Duty title up to this point has had zombies. The Black Ops series is known for zombies. There will absolutely be zombies. Now, I'm pretty sure that Treyarch has confirmed that there will be no wall running and there will be no jetpacking, which is huge because that is ridiculous. I cannot stand the inertia-based Omni movement that's currently in place. It's not horrible as a movement system entirely, but for me and the way that Call of Duty plays as a game, I do not understand why the character needs inertia and all of this extracurricular limb flailing, the ability to slide 15 feet across the ground, on and on and on. I do not like Call of Duty titles, or shooters for that matter, that incorporate highly competitive, or at least sweaty, online gameplay with mechanics like wall running, jetpacking, active camos for invisibility, and all this other crap. It's not what the game should have, in my opinion. Now, again, they have confirmed that that will not be a part of the game. So, cool, that's a win. The biggest thing is probably the return of Blackout. Now, that has not been confirmed, at least not to my knowledge, but it is the most widely speculated source of information that we have in terms of the Battle Royale and how that will be extended. I can't imagine that they'll get rid of the Battle Royale. Warzone has been the biggest moneymaker that the Call of Duty franchise has ever had. I'm sure that it will have a really solid campaign. If it's anything like the trailer, it'll probably be, its own unique, suspenseful thing. Cool, great. Multiplayer, same thing that it always is, always will be. But the Battle Royale is where we're really going to see what may be the next evolution, if you want to call it that, of Call of Duty Online is. And this is where we kind of get into the splitting of crowds. A lot of people have preferred the Blackout Treyarch experience, and a lot of people prefer the Warzone Infinity Ward Sledgehammer experience. Personally, I don't care. I think that Call of Duty is Call of Duty, and after the first week or two, it's all the same thing. Now, from what I recall and what I remember reading, Blackout is not going to have loadouts. Maybe it will, but that was never the Blackout formula. It was more to the liking of PUBG, where you land in and the guns are on the ground. You have to pick the guns up and find the attachments for them along the way. So if Blackout returns, I would expect it to fall into similar lines that it did originally. However that looks, I have no idea. At the very least, though, regardless of how I feel about Warzone, the fact that we may get an entirely new game being Blackout, so not an update to Warzone, not 1980s Warzone, not Zombies Warzone, not Verdansk Warzone, where it's all just the same crap. It's an entirely new game, a new iteration of what online battle royale for Call of Duty will be. It's Blackout 2, whatever they call it. That, at the very least, is a win. Now, again, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. So how that pans out, Whether or not it's able to be fleshed out in such a degree that it's better than the current experience that we have, who knows? Back to what I said about it being sort of a necessary evil in content creation, I really couldn't care less, and I mean that. Right now, the first-person shooter genre, the shooter genre in general, is just not hitting, man. I have been really struggling recently trying to figure out what to play. And that's because I primarily play shooters, and I really enjoy playing shooters. But man, I mean, the pond is dried up. I mean, it's just not a good place to be if you want high quality, engaging shooters. The RPG space and the indie game space are where it's at. But being a content creator, you have to play games. You have to cover games. And you don't always have to cover games that are the most mainstream or most popular, like Call of Duty, but you know, if you're a shooter player, it's kind of what you need to do. It's what people are looking for. It's what people want to see. So that being said, you know, I'll probably play the new Call of Duty at the very least. If they introduce Blackout or a new BR mode, I'll play that. I've never been a big fan of Call of Duty multiplayer, and the campaigns are whatever. I'm not going to probably waste 6 to 8 hours of my day playing a Call of Duty campaign, but I will probably play the new Battle Royale mode. And that's just kind of what you have to do. But where my lack of interest ultimately lies is that Call of Duty has just been the only game for so long now. And it's become such a joke. I mean, you're talking about readily available cheats at every corner. You're talking about a streaming community, an entire streaming ecosystem where streamers who have built their livelihood on Call of Duty are doing anything and everything they can to manipulate the game, get as close as they can to cheating without getting caught, or just flat out cheating. And I'm not calling out any streamer in particular, but it's obvious that it happens. Everyone knows that it happens. It's been seen in real time at Call of Duty events. This is what the Call of Duty community breeds. They'll do anything they can to remain competitive in the game, whether it's two-boxing, whether it's strike packing, Cronus, manipulating their network through a VPN, whatever it is. And I'm not just talking about streamers. It's just Call of Duty in general. The entire ecosystem of the game has become a shithole. It's riddled with cheaters, rage hackers, people manipulating the game files to get an advantage, queuing into servers with a duplicate account, queuing into servers overseas. The list goes on and on. And yes, this isn't exclusive to Call of Duty, but again, Call of Duty has remained the biggest shooter online for the last several years. And what else do we really have of that caliber? Apex Legends still has a really strong competitive scene behind it under its belt. It's a good game. I don't have a problem with Apex Legends, but again, it's been around for how long? 25, 26 seasons, 24 seasons? PUBG? I mean, give me a break, man. What are we talking about here? You know, I mean, you have games that are out there, yes, and they exist within their own niche, but at the top of the pile, those mass AAA, you know, big budget blockbuster games, what is there? What? Tell me, what is there? There's nothing. There's nothing. And even if there was, nobody's playing it. Nobody's playing it because Call of Duty and Warzone have become this monopoly, this all-encompassing monopoly on content in the shooter space. And it's just old, man. It's old. And that's what makes it disinteresting. It's old. Now we have hope. I mean, there's always hope on the horizon, not just for Call of Duty maybe releasing a game that's fun to play and doesn't have all this BS going on, but games like Battlefield that are coming maybe later this year or early next year in 2026. And personally, I'm looking forward to that more than just about anything else regarding shooters. I just genuinely hope and pray that they're able to deliver something that's polished and well refined. Take your time, man. If you need to delay it, delay it. Bring that shit hard. Knock Call of Duty off of the pedestal. We need something like a battle royale experience, or a Battlefield experience, perhaps with a battle royale experience built into it, that gives us something more than what we have. Gives us something more dynamic, more fun to play, more interesting, more engaging, just something new. I don't think I'm alone in the opinion that no one is excited anymore about the next Call of Duty. We get one every 2 years. It's always the same thing. Now, I will give credit to Call of Duty being the only game just about that produces the level of athleticism, I guess you could say, or the pacing and the feel, that highly reactive, highly responsive feel that a lot of people like in a shooter, primarily Call of Duty. They do that really well. But it's just gone on and gone down way too long. And now we're at a point to where just the interest just isn't there. Now, I could go on and on about all the reasons why this and why that and Warzone sucks and cheating and blah, blah, blah. I've touched on it. I'm not going to go on a really long rant about everything that's wrong with the game and why I hate it. And of course, you're going to have the people who just say, get better at the game, bro. Skill issue, bro. Sounds like you just suck at the game, bro. And yeah, maybe that's true. I don't know, but the point is that I'm just ready for something new. And I think a lot of people are. Yes, Call of Duty provides a unique experience that only Call of Duty has been able to provide. And I'm not saying that the game shouldn't exist, but the way that it exists now is going nowhere, and it's leading nowhere, leading that game nowhere, leading the franchise nowhere. It's just not what it used to be. We've seen it, we've been there, we've done it. We'll probably continue to get more information about this game when it's releasing, what it's going to feature and what it won't as we get closer to the end of 2025 and move into 2026. And I'm just really hoping, man, that at the end of this year and the beginning of next year, we get some banger games in the first-person shooter or even third-person shooter space. I know Arc Raiders is coming, are some things on the horizon, but at the top of the pile, man, the top 3, maybe 5 games, they've been the same. The experiences have been the same. We haven't had anything shake that up. And that's what I'm genuinely hoping for more than anything else. That being said, let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in the next Call of Duty? What excites you about it? Does it excite you at all? What do you want to see? What do you not want to see? Are you done playing Call of Duty? Are you looking forward to anything else? Let me know. Drop a like on the video. It's totally free. It helps a ton. And subscribe to the channel, guys, if you want to be a part of these types of conversations. We've got plenty of videos in the catalog, and we do stream live as well. So I'd love to have you here. I'll see you guys online.